suspected item in bagging area.
Hey, welcome to Tarmac. I'm Dave.
I'm Matthew, and today we've got the very versatile Honda Jazz RS.
Yep, not just the Jazz, but the RS version. Let's go and see what this one's all about. So, launched around the turn of the century, the Honda Fit, or as we know it down here, the Honda Jazz, has now gone through 3 generations of upgrades, and also this is the first facelift, but now a technical facelift. So there's lots going on with this vehicle. It's a 5-door sporty hatchback that really has been very widely accepted globally as a really cool, I don't know, shopping trolley stroke hot hatch. I don't know, it's a borderline thing. And once you go through the variety that they are, there's the basic, the standard, the RS and the Mugen, there's plenty of stuff, or plenty of Honda Jazzes to play with. First of all, RS. So Honda are quite well known, or very well known, in the sporting industry or motorsport industry. The RS badging, I mean, you could seem it or could feel like a bit of a joke on a Jazz, but they have upgraded it, they have made it more sporty and, you know, ready to go. The front, you know, you can't miss this big Honda badging. It's very dominant. And you'll notice there's plenty of black accents in here which really break up this Milano red colour, of which actually there are 8 different colours to choose from in the Jazz range. Looking around, LED headlights and DRLs, nice funky little fog lights down here, and I just like the way that this is really well structured, well set up to look sporty. Let's take a look down the side. Again with the black accents, basically black rear view mirrors. You'll notice here plenty of glass behind the A-pillar. This really helps with visibility, believe me. And it's quite a long nose, as you can see. Looking down the profile, there's actually heaps of nice strong contouring around here. This one, being the RS, has got the skirt down here, the side skirt, and 16-inch wheels that are quite nice and shiny, but I'm sure they attract the curbs at any moment in time. Round the rear, nice roof spoiler. Look at this, it's a big beastie. It really is very sporty, and also rear diffuser, which is, you know, once you start getting into the, I don't know, plus 100 kilometers per hour, should you be going downhill, you'll be right onto it. Plenty of room in the boot here, which we'll show you in a minute. But what I like here, very low, easy access. So, you know, if you're going to pick up stuff, heavy stuff to put in, it's quite easy to just drop in. Speaking of heavy stuff, let's take a look under the bonnet. So hidden below this nice tidy little bonnet is a Earthstream's 1.5 litre IV-Tech engine. It gives you 97 kilowatts and 155 newton meters of torque. It's efficient too. 5.6 litres per 100 kilograms and 130 grams per kilometre as far as CO2 emissions go. So it's nippy, frugal, and not bad on the environment. Let's take a look on the inside and Matthew will show you all around that.
So Dave's just shown you the new RS touches on the outside. Well, there's a few of those touches on the inside as well. For starters, you get contrast stitching on all the fabric stuff, and on the gear knob as well. You get a bit of carbon fiber trim with a different color to your the body of the car. You get these fabric seats with a different pattern on them, a little bit of a stripe there as well for the RS credentials. And the steering has contrast stitching here. And if you look behind here, there's actually paddle shifts on this car, which is odd for a CVT gearbox, but this gives you 7 different gears. When you look down the dashboard there, you'll see everything is lit up in a really cool blue color actually, which kind of gives you more of that sporty feel. There's a big RS badge there, and you get this, a new audio system with inbuilt Spotify and Bluetooth, of course. It's got Android Auto as well, and comes with a remote control actually, which you can then operate this from the back seat if you like. There's plenty of storage in here. You've got two very large cup holders there, a space for your phone as well. There's some space under the armrest over here with a charging point. There's a couple of weird shaped cubbies over there. Maybe one of these is for your key. Sizable enough glove box and door compartments as well. And a really cool touch here. On this side, if you just flip this open, that serves as a cup holder. And it's right in front of this AC vent, so keeps your drink cool in the summer. But you do need that on a hot day like this. The front's a nice place to be and all of that, but what about the back seats? Well, those seats aren't just good, they're magic. There's plenty of room in the back here. I'm quite a sizable person. There's more than enough room for my knees, plenty of foot room, and plenty of headroom. You could easily get 2.5 adults maybe in the back here, or one child and 2 adults. But anyway, it's not about, the back seats aren't so much about how many people you can fit back here. There's so many different seat configurations to folding this all over the place. So let's show you that in a time lapse now. So these seats can be folded and moved around in 18 different configurations. They are magic, alright, but let's see if the magic continues into the drivability of the car. Come on, let's take it for a drive.
Listen to that CVT roar. So the Honda Fit, the Honda Jazz, depends which country you happen to be in. It really is just a bit of an all-rounder. It's, well, when I say all-rounder, an all-round towner. But it's also spacious enough to get out into the city, out of the city, and drive. I mean, the 16-inch wheels cover the tarmac nicely. The suspension feels good. The turn-in feels good. There's plenty of response from the steering wheel. I'm not a big lover of the CVT gearbox. It always feels to me like it's a, I don't know, a slipping clutch, but it's good. You know, you put your foot down, you are going to go. It's more about the way this car handles around the bends, around the corners. It's nice. It's good. And certainly when you get to shopping malls and the places where this natural habitat will be for this vehicle, it slots in very nicely into the spaces. There's so much room for luggage, and as I showed you before, it's, you know, you're not lifting it up, I know, 2 flights of stairs to get into the luggage area.
I think that's really sort of the speciality of the Jazz, is that it's a small hatchback, but it's got a lot of space on the inside for luggage and people as well. And I think that's sort of Honda's magic formula with the Jazz.
Magic.
I've got to say, something that I quite like about the new Jazz is the amount of light that's in the cabin, because there's so many pieces of glass around here that you just get, the visibility is really good all around, and the amount of light that comes in on a sunny day like today, it's just great.
Seats are comfortable and sporty. The layout of the dials, the switches, are very driver focused. So I think we remarked on that earlier. Actually, it's if you're a passenger, you feel slightly restricted as far as what you've got on offer. But certainly from a driver's point of view, there's loads of stuff around.
You've got all these sort of central controls, and everything is sort of angled towards the driver, and then you've got this sort of portion which the passenger stares straight at, which is just a blank piece of plastic on your AC vent. So it does feel a little bit separated in that sense.
The finishing is adequate. There's a lot of you should be doing this.
Yeah.
A lot of hard plastics up the top. One of Matthew's favourites.
The top half of the dashboard is kind of scratchy, but as you go into the sort of area where you will mostly be putting your hands, you get a lot of softer stuff, which is, I guess, a much better thing than having all this hard plastic. While there is still some hard plastic, I have to admit. I couldn't help myself anymore around the cabin here and there. It's, for a car in this price range, it's absolutely fine.
Could it do with more power? Yes. Could it be sportier? Yes. I mean, it's just priced nicely, and it's sitting nicely on the road, and I don't know, I think it panders to the marketplace it's in really well.
And I think another thing that about the sort of target market, if you like, is the fact that everything in here is really simple to use, and it's really well laid out, which I think is another thing that car makers tend to complicate stuff these days. But everything is labeled clearly, everything is within reach, and it does what it says on the tin.
And some, actually.
As Dave said, the seats are really comfortable. You get a little bit of bolstering on the side, which is quite firm, keeps you in place. But those rear seats, as we showed you earlier, those are where the magic happens, really. With all the folding and stuff like that, you could easily get flat back furniture. You could probably get a surfboard in here. Who knows what else?
I mean, you say the magic. I did see what you were doing with your hands, but that's a whole different story. Off the mark, it's not the fastest car, but then it's not supposed to be the fastest car. It's about feeling sporty without, you know, we're still being pretty frugal when it comes to the environment and also to the petrol stations, really. So there you have it, the Honda Jazz RS. It's a sporty 5-door hatchback with plenty of bling to keep you happy and plenty of drivability to keep you going.
And the practicality is, quite frankly, excellent. Thanks for watching.
Make sure you subscribe. See you next time.